It's time for a talk with Teddy. So grab a cup of tea and a bottle of whiskey, because it's going to be a crazy ride.
Oh, mercy sakes alive. We have been having some fun backstage already, but we have got a great show for you. And you can see these smiling faces on the screen here next to me. They're all wonderful people and fantastic. Every week I watch them, and I'm sure several of you do as well. I'm going to unmute them. I muted Anastasia for a reason. No, I'm just kidding, honey. But these four individuals are actually on a fantastic show called Inside the Drag Closet. And it is hosted, I should say, pretty much hosted by Jade DeVere. She's the one that brought these other fantastic performers in with her on their show. And I have to tell you that I love the show. And I pretty much, and Jade will tell you that I am on there every Wednesday saying something, whether it's just to say hi or, tell them how they look and blah, blah, blah. But they are four of my favorites. Actually, Amethyst Diamond is... are you two related? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But, Amethyst, Anastasia,
yeah.
But...
Yes, we are.
There you go. Sisters from another mister.
Exactly.
There you go.
Like Babs and Buster.
Well, real quick, I'm going to throw this down here. Now, you guys don't, if you've never watched it before, you can check it out on Facebook.com. It's Inside the Drag Closet. It is an awesome show, and it's actually on tomorrow night at 8:30. So you can watch them tomorrow night as well, and you can always check out jadeDeVere.com as well. And real quick, they also have merchandise. This is brand new for them, so they have merch coming as well, so you can check that out. These four individuals are, like I said, performers. Yes, Steve Berry, he says fabulous. You got it. But I'm going to start out with the mistress of this crew, Miss Jade DeVere. So, hi, Jade. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So this started with us. We started talking about the show about 8 months ago.
Yeah.
And this was just off of a whim, me saying, and believe it or not, I was coming off of the idea of doing drag shows in Rochester, not me personally, but bringing them back. And I'm like, you know what? I got to have a show with drag. I got to have some queens. And out of, I think, like 30 drag queens, Jade was the first one to reply to me. And I'm just like, okay, she's it. The hell with everybody else. We had a nice conversation. I think that night I said, you're it, girl. Don't worry about it. You're it. And you had your druthers about it, but, it was good.
We talked about it for a while, and every time I was like, oh, hell no.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to. And then you whittled me down. And I am so glad you did, because I enjoy doing this show. We've gotten to meet drag performers from all over the world, and I get to work with these beautiful creatures every week, and I'm the luckiest drag queen ever.
There you go. Yeah, so since the beginning, I remember when we were talking, you were doing your own YouTube show called, what was it called? I forgot.
Just Ask Jade.
Just Ask Jade, yeah. And it was going well for you. You were enjoying it. In fact, that was your first love. So you were like, I don't want to give that up to do this. And so where does that fall now? How do you have a favorite now?
Honestly, I have not filmed Just Ask Jade for a good solid 6 months now.
Awesome.
I throw all my focus.
Sorry.
No, I wasn't getting the questions I thought I did because it wasn't interactive. The big thing we've started saying with Inside the Drag Closet is I love that it's interactive and people can ask us questions while we're filming.
Right.
I've been chatting with some of our upcoming guests. I'm not going to give too much away, but every time I say it's interactive, people are like, ooh, that's fun.
Yeah.
There you go, from Troy Shirley. Hello, beautiful people.
Hello, Troy.
Hello.
You have Steve Berry from Ohio. I believe, if I got that correctly, that's where he is. He says fabulous. Troy's husband, Mr. Kevin, is saying hello.
Bonjour.
Hello.
Actually, Troy, or they call him T-Roy, he has his own. He's new to WLFE as well. He has his own show now on Thursday nights, which is everything yet nothing show, and basically it's because he's a hillbilly. He's a gay hillbilly living in hillbilly land, and they talk about real issues and all that stuff. His best friend was Hillbillies in the Holler, the YouTube sensation, and he now got I can't really say the job, but let's just say it's in the acting. I guess the best way to put it. Can't say too much, but so Troy kind of he's doing it now by himself, and but he's done 2 shows and he's doing fantastic. And you guys are a great inspiration for him. Great inspiration for him.
Awesome, thank you.
So, yes.
Well, honey, talking about acting, you can catch me on OnlyFans. No, I'm just playing.
Oh my gosh! Now, see, this is I'm not. You girls. And I know some of these people are going to say, girls, they're guys. Yes, they are guys, and they all have first names. And we'll do that now. So why don't you start with Jade first? All of you tell them your real given names, male names.
So my real name is Mitch Gamble Ernst. I'm an actor. That's what I do.
And married.
And married. That's why it's hyphenated.
There you go. Skarlet.
My real name is whatever you want it to be. No, I'm just kidding.
$20 is $20, honey. I get it.
You can call me whatever you want for $50, girl. No, my real name is Matthew Ludwig. I am a drag queen and I'm married as well.
Awesome. Amethyst?
So my name is Amethyst Diamond on stage, but my boy name is Dustin Brown. I'm 40. I've been doing drag for about 20 years, and I love all these clowns you're seeing on stage with me. And thank you for having me on the show.
And Anastasia.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anastasia Diamond, also known as Bryce Williams. I'm a medical case manager in the field of HIV, and I'm 25 and single. So... if you got a 401k.
Oh, listen to her. Oh, my goodness. T-Roy says, loving it. Absolutely. I love you girls. So that's cool. Yes. So we'll start back up here. We're talking with Mitch or Jade on how this all started. And I know that you're missing a girl. You did have another girl at the time. It was Fancy Dismount, and she started out with you girls, and she was a very strong, independent woman is probably the best way to put it.
And that's not even her drag. That's just who she is.
Yeah.
But, we come to love her. I mean, when this show first started out, I mean, she was a staple in your show, and we love her. But welcoming Amethyst Diamond to us, she is just gorgeous, and she is doing such a great job. So stop. What, you're going to give me 20 minutes to stop, right? Is that how that works?
Go. No, thank you. I appreciate that. It's been a pleasure to be on the show so far, and I'm happy to do it. Really, truly. Yes. It gives me a voice. It gives me a platform, and that's really the reason why I do drag. So
yeah. Well, I have to be honest. I mean, the whole reason that this started for me when I started Talk with Teddy, I actually came off of another show, which is still going for 5 years running, which is Paratalk Radio. And WLFE DB Radio Network was actually built around that other podcast, videocast. And so the owner actually said to me, he goes, I'm building this network for you, so I want you to bring in more shows. And I'm like, okay. So that's what I started doing. And that's when I reached out to Mitch. I said, we would love to have your show on the network. And it's been going great since. I mean, we have had some great shows out of you girls. In fact, one of my favorites was, I think it was last week. Was it last week or the week before? I think it was with Anastasia and you and who was that?
The theater kids.
The what?
The theater kids. The
or Elizabeth Hardon.
Oh, it was yes, hard on. Yes, yes. That was one of the. I loved that show. It was great. So, but you girls all have talent. I mean, you're all great actresses. You're all very professional, and the artistry in drag, the way you do this, I mean, it's amazing. The looks that you guys create. It's. We have someone here asking who are the theater kids, and they are drag. They're also drag performers, right?
Yep. I'm going to grab the link and post it on the video right now.
Okay. All right. So
Good job.
now I've heard on several occasions that some of you talk about your drag kids. So, and I think it was Jade for the most part, right? I mean, I'm not sure who else has drag kids.
I do.
Okay, so let's talk about that quick, Jade. We'll start with you if you want. Kind of explain what drag kids are and what's behind the name with.
So, drag kids are basically that extended family that they're performers that you grow to love, you grow to respect, and you're just like, I want to mentor you. I want you to be part of my family. I want to bring you into my family. Sometimes that includes taking the last name. My kids don't. They all had great names anyway, so I was like, don't bother taking my name. You don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need me to get famous. I'm just going to tweak a little bit here and there.
Mm.
And every drag mother does things differently too. These two lovely ladies do have drag kids as well, and my parenting style is probably very different than theirs.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, that's what I was trying to figure out, because I know that like when you watch TV, like on TV and movies, of how the drag family, where the drag mom takes in the kids off the streets and stuff like that. Is that very similar, or is it just you're trying to help them with their drag?
So it can depend, really. I know that I don't have any kids. I don't have any kids that I claim because I ain't paying child support. But it's a mentoring. And there's going to be some times whenever you do have to bring those kids in, because I've met quite a few young folks all around the age of 18, 19 years old, very, very young, 21. Their family doesn't know that they're gay. Their family doesn't know that they want to do drag. They don't have a place where they can express themselves. And truly, the bond that we build together is that's the world to them. Truly.
Cool. So let's go up to Skarlet. You are a drag mother as well?
Yeah, I have 2 children now, and I think it's cool because, like, it's a funny story, actually. Jade was almost my drag mother, but Aurora pushed her down a flight of stairs before she got to me. No, I was competing in an amateur competition, and Jade was coaching, and Aurora was there as well, and one of them just got to me first, and it's all about what Anastasia was saying, and even Jade, like that mentoring, and that like what Aurora said to me, she saw the potential in me, and she just wanted to help me unleash that full potential. So that's kind of like what I'm doing with my kids. Both of them came to me and were like, we love you and we love your drag. Like we see you perform, watch you, and it's just amazing. And we want to one day, not like I'm famous or anything, but one day want to get to your level and like be able to perform and have a name and a following and stuff. And I was like, well, I'll do what I can to help you. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's your journey. You have to take it. I'll do as much as I can, but it's your journey. It's your path. So you got to put in the work. And I mean, I love it. Our family's very diverse. Obviously, I'm the big old colorful clown in the room. My daughter Nikki's more pageant focused, and now my new child wants to be a bearded queen, actually. So we're a very diverse family, which I love because I love all forms of drag at the end of the day.
Right. Well, we're going to get to a couple of questions that are in the chat room in a second. And we also have a hello from Mickey Thompson, says, hey, inside the drag closet ladies. But we will get to the questions shortly. So Amethyst, you also are a drag mother?
Yeah, I have 6 or 7.
Holy
drag
shit!
queens.
Wow, you were a busy little woman, weren't you?
She gets around.
I'm popular.
Mhm.
No, I have about 6 or 7 drag kids, most of which came to me at a very young age, 18 to 21. And a lot of them were looking for a sense of belonging.
Mhm.
I think that's what the initial attraction was. They've seen somebody, like I put out a lot of love and a lot of light. Like I accept everybody. I don't have a harsh word to say about most people. Um, and I think that's what the main attraction is, just seeing somebody that you relate to and someone you look up to, someone who you feel can guide you and give you inspiration in the best of ways, whether it be by example or, verbally. So that love from the start, you can just feel it automatically, which I love my children. We all still talk. We still have dinner together. So it's a sense of family. It's a sense of belonging. And just because a lot of them, they weren't accepted by their real family as well. So they're looking for love. So
Nice. Beautiful. So I'm going to get to a question, and then we're going to move on with some more stuff here. But there is a question here that says, do you have to be gay to do drag? I know the answer, but if one of you would like to take that, or all of you, whichever, start with Anastasia. Let's start with you.
No, you do not have to be gay to do drag. And fun fact, you also don't have to be a cisgender man to do drag either. There are cisgender women who do drag. There are trans men who do drag. There are trans women who do drag. There are non-binary performers who do drag. So you can be any sexuality and you can express your gender in any way and identify as any gender and do drag.
Yes.
Now, a fun fact, folks, that back in Shakespeare Day, it was the men that played the women.
Yep.
They were all male performers.
And that is why nowhere in Romeo and Juliet do they kiss.
Oh, look at that.
There's no kissing in Shakespeare.
Alicia Starr, hello. She says, is there drag kings, and do y'all take any of them under your wing? Oh, wig or wing. Sorry, I just threw wig in there, but yes, wing.
Yes, there are. I actually just adopted a drag son, Jay Easy. And again, just attracted to his personality and his style and just his essence that he puts forth was attractive. And I actually asked him to join my family. So, yeah.
Nice. Nice. I am so glad that's not like the Italian mob here, because y'all are like building these families with people off the street.
Yeah,
we're like the gay mafia.
There you go, the gay mafia.
Yeah.
And we've had every other mafia now, so we might as well have a gay mafia. What the hell, right?
There is, girl. There is a gay mafia, and I also found out that there is a gun. Girl, I found out that there's a gun club called the Pink Pistols. I'm about to start shooting people with these pink pistols. Okay.
You are too much. You are too much. Oh my god. This is what I like about your show. You girls are like this on your show as well. You are very honest, open, free. You don't let anything stand in your way, and you speak about a lot of subjects. And I know that Anastasia talks a lot about HIV and how to stay safe and all the things that are coming about. And that is fantastic. You're the word I'm looking for is oh shoot, now I can't think of it.
Effervescent.
That's it.
There you go. Yes, that's it. That's it. Alicia Stair says queens are going to run the world, making one big drag family.
Yeah.
It all starts with Jade. It's her fault.
I gotta go.
Bye.
There you go. Shit, I can't think of the word. Like you're
inspirational, enlightening.
I was going to say, not to interrupt.
I don't know.
I was going to say, like, because I told her this. Anastasia knows we've had conversations, personal ones before, and I was going to say she's selfless. Like, she's very, like, from what I know, like, from our friendship that we have and the conversations that we've had relating, like, HIV and sexual health and things like that, it's very, like, she's very, like, selfless. She doesn't, when you're having conversation with her about HIV or sexual health, she's like, it's just all about you. She focuses on you and your needs and your answers and stuff. And it's very like, girl, I'm not trying to put you on a pedestal because your head's going to get bigger than it already is. But, she's very good at what she does. And if you really need any advice, answers, whatever on HIV, sexual health, or both, like Anastasia's that person to go to.
Yeah, and that's why I was trying to think of. Like I am for. There's this journeys, like they do the secret tours and stuff, and I'm one for them, and I can't think of the damn word now. But like you definitely stand up and you preach, girl. You tell them the way it is, and you tell them what's out there for this stuff, and you are doing a fantastic job being a mouthpiece for the gay community with this stuff. They've got a great person in you doing that. I mean, you are great at that, to be totally honest. It's fantastic.
Thank
I
you
applaud
so
you.
much. Thank you.
I applaud you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
It's always such it's such an honor because I have a lot of folks who are coming into my onto my caseload, and a lot of them are around the age 21, 25, newly diagnosed with HIV and not knowing what in the world they can do. And a lot of them do say, I'm so I don't know what I would have done if I would have gotten a case manager who was an older person who I couldn't relate to. So I'm very grateful for that. That this position opened up. I used to work as an HIV community educator up in Harrisburg, and so I was going throughout the community and doing different education sessions. But now I'm working one-on-one with folks who are living with HIV, and it really is such a huge blessing to be able to, work with them, walk that journey with them, but as well as that, give them the voice that they need and the strength that they need to be able to be proud of who they are and not have to worry about the shame and the stigma that surrounds HIV.
Yes.
What I think is amazing is you are still young yourself, and you have taken on a role in this that I would expect somebody in their 40s and 50s to be doing.
Oh,
I'm just saying this is amazing. That's it. I'm just saying that's a huge compliment for somebody your age. I mean, I accomplishment. I think it's amazing. I really do. So,
Yes.
all right. So let's not make it all about Anastasia. Let's move on.
Bye, girl.
We could though, like we could do a whole episode about her.
Oh, thank you.
So
You all can write recommendations to my boss for a pay increase. Thank you.
there you go. Alicia there says, "Speak up, speak out, speak loud, and stay proud."
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
There you go. There you go. So one of the other things about your show that I really like is each of you have a segment.
Yes.
And that's kind of a cool idea. It was now I don't know whose idea it was. I know that Jane told me about it, but excuse me, Meatloaf. Anyways, yeah, it was Meatloaf. Never mind. We're not going there. So, Jade, why don't you tell us each girl's what their segments are, real quick?
So, yeah, basically one of the things we've slowly been reformatting the show a little bit after, a couple months of seeing what works and what doesn't work. And one thing I really wanted, they're not just my co-hosts. Like, these are my friends. And
Right.
I want them to have the platform as well. So, Skarlet frequently talks about like different makeups and skincare, and she loves her makeup. Like, I don't know if you can tell by watching the show, but
she's talking about palettes all the time. I get it. Yeah.
Well, and she also has a very interesting perspective being vegan, and still there are so many makeup companies that are not.
Yeah.
No, they're still using animal products. Is that what you mean? Animal stuff within their products and all
even
that stuff.
animal, and also testing on animals, so products on animals.
Oh, yeah. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That is.
Anastasia brings up, the history of the gay community and, taking care of yourself. And, that's one thing we're very adamant about, take care of yourself.
Right.
I think that's something we've all discussed. Mental health is very important. And it's funny when we're all dolled up, our defenses are down and we're actually telling you a little more behind means on us.
Right,
Yeah.
right. No, I get it. I get it.
And Amethyst screwed up her segment.
I totally did.
He did.
You know, she sent the memo. I read it upside down and backwards, and should have just stuck it to my forehead. But yeah, my time is coming. Don't you worry about that.
Yes.
It was so funny because we went to commercial break afterward. Amethyst was on screen, and she was like, "Now we're going to talk to Mrs. Kasha Davis," and I'm sitting here like getting up, and I'm like, "Wait, we're going to what? I have to put you on? Damn it!" But
That
don't worry.
millisecond of dead air was horrible for me.
You got
But you
another
got-
chance on December 2nd to get it right.
Do you know
Yes.
what though? I mean, the bloopers that you girls must be hilarious. If you could
Oh my
record
God.
those things, they would be
my.
hilarious.
They're
Yes.
all out there. Like they're
Oh,
in
they're
the
still
show.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to just real quick, and we know that Anastasia's what you said 24, right? You're 24 years old.
I just turned 25, October 29th. I'm still waiting for you guys to send me my Venmo.
Okay, Amethyst, if you don't mind, how old are you?
40.
40.
I almost said 20. I'm 40.
She looked it.
Yeah. All right, Skarlet.
You do.
How old do you think I am?
I think you're in your 30s.
Okay, yeah, 33.
There you go. And Mitch, Jade.
16. No, I'm 41.
Oh, okay, cool.
How
So
about you,
that
Eddie?
53. We'll be 54 in January.
Bless.
Yeah. Thank you. So, now, real quick, out of each of you girls, I'll ask a quick question, and then we'll get to some of the other stuff here. But Jade, was Jade your first queen? Was your first? Is that what your name was when you first came out? Is that your first personality?
It is not.
It is not.
It is not. So, years ago, I did dinner theater, and during a Halloween show, the owner of the building thought, "Hey, it'd be really cool if we had a vampire who was a sexy girl, but she was actually a guy with a deep voice." And I'm like, "That is not what I'm going to do, but I'll come up with something like that." Her name was Jade. Because in that show, there was a crystal, there was a ruby, there was an onyx, there was a sapphire. I'm like, okay, I'll be Jade. And then I did a photo shoot with Scott Church, which was a lot of fun. And I hadn't really figured out my drag at that point. So they were like, "What's your drag name?" And I was like, okay, let me come up with something. I love the show Absolutely Fabulous. So I was Adina. But I didn't want to be Adina Monsoon. I had also played Edward DeVere at a Renaissance fair years before, so I was like Adina DeVere.
Ah.
And then I was put on the spot at a drag show, and they were like, "Well, that sounds like crap." I was like, "Okay, how about Jade?" And they were like, "Perfect."
Wow.
And that's
So
what it was.
Jade was born.
Wow.
Well, I have to say that, I mean, you did send me some photo. When we first started talking about Inside the Drag Closet, getting this all together, you showed me your drag of the vampire type getup, and I thought it was fantastic. I that's actually one of my favorite pictures, of you. But I love the vampire, the werewolf. I'm one of those guys that I like all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm very much into the horror genre stuff. So, Skarlet, we're coming to you. So, what was your original drag name?
Oh gosh, we have to talk about this.
Well,
Tell it.
Okay, so I remember when I started drag, showing up in my no pads and my camel toe, that I was a real woman. And so I was like, well, I need a name to go with my real woman persona. And so I chose Ariana from Ariana Grande because, she's beautiful. And then my last name when I competed for the drag race competition that Jade found me in was Divine, because I just thought that was like fabulous and fierce and blah, blah, blah. But then I realized that there was such thing as colors, and that, and then I let someone from Crayola gangbang my face. So then after that all happened, I was like, well, I can't be coming out here looking like Bobo the Clown's child and be called Ariana. That doesn't work. So I had to change my name. So I was playing with a bunch of different names, and then it was funny. I was sitting there on my couch actually playing with these names, and my husband was like, "You want to watch a movie?" Sure. So we were watching the Despicable Me, the Minions movie or whatever.
Yep.
And the cartoon villain in there, his name was Skarlet Overkill. I made some changes with the lettering and the spelling of it, but I was like, well, this is a cartoon character with lots of makeup and big hair on. I am the same, so why not just steal her name?
Nice.
Why not?
Nice.
Yeah.
Why not?
All right, Amethyst Diamond, we are at you.
So for me, my drag father's name is Richie Rich Diamond. So I kind of built my name a little backwards. I started with my last name being Diamond, and my birthstone is Amethyst. I'm born in February, so I kept the jewel theme. And because I have very light green eyes, someone said your middle name should be Amethyst or Emerald, which a lot of people actually don't know because I only go by Amethyst Diamond. But my full drag name is Amethyst Emerald Diamond.
Nice.
Wow.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, Miss Anastasia.
So my name is very, very personal. The name Anastasia was actually the name that was going to be given to me whenever I was if I had been born a girl, biological.
Yes.
And and so I love that. I love the name Anastasia for all my life, basically. But as well as that, I really enjoyed the movie Anastasia about the Russian princess.
Yep.
And so I loved Anastasia. So I kind of held on to that, but I didn't really know what to do with it. And then I started doing drag. And I picked up Diamond because, excuse me, coronavirus.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
So I picked up Diamond from a friend of mine who had been, she is now a he. So he is a trans man. And it's just very funny because, I saw them as a diamond in the rough, and their name was Diamond. And really, they've become a beautiful human being at this point in time. But I kind of took their name because I loved them so much, only to find out that they had transitioned to identify as a different name. So it's sort of like I took their name, passed it on to me. And so Anastasia comes from my birth name as well as the movie, and Diamond comes from a high school friend. So yeah, that's me.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I'll claim you any day, baby.
So I'm going to do a couple of things because I wanted people that are new to just tonight's show, because I haven't been here before. I wanted to show a few pictures of you gals, and we're going to start out with the master planner over here, Miss Jade. We're going to start with her with a couple of her pictures, like this one here. So, the hair, the whole, I mean, this is an awesome photo. I mean, I love this picture. And then I love that face. It almost looks like Mother Dearest.
Water.
It's almost like Mother Dearest. It's like,
Scott Church did these photos, and he was like, I'm going to put the mannequin up behind you. And I was like, oh, that bitch wants to be in my picture. So that's what that picture was.
Oh, that's what this one is. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
That bitch behind me.
This is like very cutesy. This is like one of those, cutesy, like a mother. It could be like a young mother, This one, these are the newer ones from you, Jade, and I thought this was a fantastic photo. I love the way they pieced this together.
He literally sat there and was like, okay, look at the camera. Okay, now look over your shoulder and actually look at the camera, not looking in the mirror, but do a different face. And we did a bunch of them, and this is my favorite one.
Yeah, that is a fantastic. See, if you ever get a TV show, there you go. You need stuff like that.
Yep.
So, and then there's this one like, It's like she was looking at a hot guy walking down the street, going, I know what I want to do with you. You know.
It's giving me Grease, 1950s realness.
Yeah, for sure.
And then there's this like Pat Benatar thing. Hit me with your best shot, bitch. One of those.
That
things.
was actually the first time I got to wear all of that stuff together because I ordered that outfit from Coquetterie, but I had them customize the colors of it. And that wig came from Wigs by Tiff, which is based in the UK.
Oh, awesome. I actually like that. That's a good... I like that.
Yeah.
What is the material, Jade? What is the actual material of that?
It's an iridescent spandex.
Oh, really?
Coquetterie does a lot of dance costumes. They do things for stilt walkers, burlesque, hula hoop artists, drag queens. They're amazing.
Is it just me, or does it look kind of leatherish or heavy? That's what it does to me. It looks,
Oh, trust me, those sleeves are really heavy.
Oh, they are. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's because of the buttons too. The buttons may give it a really more mechanic look.
Yeah.
Oh, the holes, you mean? Where the string coming through? Yeah. The tie up. Like I'm some fashion designer here, So moving on. Who is this beauty?
I haven't a clue. Never seen her.
Yeah.
Can't relate.
Amethyst.
She's cool. She's all right.
That's a beautiful picture. I mean,
I think Jade, actually, your husband took that picture.
Yep.
Oh.
Pretty sure.
Now, you guys are always talking about jewelry, like rocks by Cox, right? So, I mean, there you go. We got to get them to make a commercial to play through the network. That's what we need to do.
I'm messaging her now.
There you go. So, now, what type of stuff? Like, we're going to get to Anastasia. I mean, do all you girls wear the big rings and all that stuff like Anastasia does, or no?
No.
Oh, you all no? One says no, the other one says yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big thing on there. Is that between two fingers or one finger there? I mean, you got some big jewelry on there.
I wear it on my middle finger because of the size, so it looks like it's even on my hand. But the bigger the jewelry, the smaller I look. I mean, I'm 6'3" out of drag, so
Really,
it makes me more soft and petite.
Yeah.
So, what are you in drag, if you don't mind me asking? How tall are you?
Depending on the heels, I can be up to 7 foot.
Wow.
And the hair.
I'm also 6'3" out of drag.
Mm-hmm.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Jade, how tall are you out of drag?
Short.
Out of drag, I'm 5'4".
Okay, what about you, Anastasia?
5'11", small but dainty.
Yeah. I can't.
She's killing me. So let's finish off here. Here's now look at that. Big ring, big necklace, big earrings.
Yes. Always.
That's
big ass.
Big accessories.
Big ass.
Did you say big ass?
Yeah.
I surely did. I surely did.
That's funny.
Big accessories.
Big accessories. There you go. Yeah. I just want to come back here real quick and let's see. That mother one gives 50s pinup vibes. That was the one of Jade. I think Trisha Yearwood with that pic of the jumpsuit. There you go. That was also Jade, I believe. Rocks by Cox by Vicky. She's putting on here. Y'all making me jealous because of the amazing hair and makeup. LOL by Alicia Starr. And then Portia Willis says Rocks by Cox. So I just wanted to
Portia.
Yeah, there you go. I just wanted to pop over there quick because I can't see the chat and the pictures at the same time. So here comes Miss Skarlet Overkill.
Oh, that's a lot of makeup. Why would she wear that much?
Yes.
I actually want to know, and this is simply because I don't know. So what is the idea of separating it? Is it like it's a mask? Is that why? Or do you know what I'm talking about? Where the lines are on your face?
Oh no!
Because they make those masks that you put over your face, like a half mask, and I'm wondering if that's the idea of it.
Oh, baby, no.
I don't know. I'm asking.
If I'm gonna wear a mask, it's gonna cover up all that on the face.
Yeah.
Well, it's not clown makeup. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out the style of makeup. I'm not sure that I'm naive.
It's very like over the top. So like I naturally have like very like defined cheekbones and the way my face structure is. Mm-hmm. So if I wanted to, I could do a more I hate saying natural, but like something like more like Amethyst and Jade do, just like use my natural features, but I prefer to be my last name's overkill, so over the top and just dramatic and really make all my features like in your face. So that's
that makes sense. Now I understand. That's awesome.
Yeah.
No,
I think it's awesome though, the way that is and the way it's shaded. That's just amazing.
The thing is, Skarlet likes to do blackface every now and then. So
how dare!
That's terrible.
No, but yeah, it's a contouring.
Yeah, the contouring.
Yeah, it's great. This is actually one of my favorites.
Ooh, yes. Welcome to hell, bitch.
Yeah, that is like let me burn your ass. I mean, this is a touch. She looked like she could be in one of those sci-fi movies. It's like like the Mafia, like the Devil's bodyguard.
Yes,
she should be on like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
There you go.
Yes.
You look like Andorra Tate.
Oh my god, I didn't even think
said
that.
You look a lot like Andorra in that picture.
I don't know, but it's gorgeous. The way it's gorgeous. I love it.
She was the last Miss Gay America before the current.
Oh, no kidding. So now we're moving on.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, she has got. Look at that. Is that beaded? Is that what that is?
So that's fully stoned. This is a mermaid gown that I got from a queen called DJ. And it was one of the first gowns that I ever purchased whenever I was a junior in college. So this gown ran me $200, and the hair was from Serena Cha-Cha. And I unfortunately purchased a lot of wigs from her and wasted a lot of money.
Yeah, you did. I also fell into that nightmare or trap.
Live and learn, baby.
You live and you learn. But this photo was from a project that we did for Franklin County Pride, which was called Pose for Pride. And so I was able to lay on a shade love seat and really just feel my fantasy. So the really funny thing is these photos were used at a straight bar here in Chambersburg, and I am told to this day that I get a lot of compliments from the straight men. So, how you doing?
Really?
How you doing? Yeah.
Isn't she happy? Look at her.
Dimples and all.
Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome. Let's see. Moving on.
Just don't look at my ashy hands. I hate that about that photo. So this is from another photo set from the
But you don't like this? You don't like this photo?
Oh no, I like this photo. But if you go back to the last photo, my hands are ashy. I needed some lotion. A bitch needed some hydration.
Oh. Well, I like the makeup on this. I like this. This is.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do like that.
This is another one from the Pose for Pride. And I got that dress from Lollycocks, aka Rocks by Cox. And I believe the hair, I can't remember where I got the hair from, but all the makeup that I use, I try and get from Black-owned businesses, except for the powders that I have. Those are Ben Nye, but the foundations I use are Black Opal, and the eyeshadows that I use are from Juvia's Place.
Look at that. Now look at this one. This one's like a fun one.
This is a throwback, girl. This is
really?
Yeah, this is a throwback. This is one of the first shows that we did. Where is
Look at those lips. It's like the Botox in there or what?
Yes, honey. I just buy something. No, I just overdraw the house down boots. Look, you gotta get those big old DSLs for your mans. Okay, look.
That's great. Like Skarlet's back there going,
She's got those natural DSLs. I'm over here with actual filler in my lips, and her lips still look bigger than mine.
I want bigger lips, to be honest. Like if I could reconstruct my lips, I want to have that the lips that I guess they're Normani or not Normani, but they like go round. I just want a round lip.
Same.
I really and like those high cheekbones.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the drag queens who have that look.
Oh my god!
Oh, Pola.
Oh, Pola.
You know what? I really wish there was some color in this picture. It would make it better.
So bland.
Oh,
Look at that tiny little woman in the middle.
Short. I mean, now I see, but good things come in short packages. Remember that. So yeah, that's right. So now let's talk on the serious note about a couple things when it comes to drag, because I know a few things, like because I've worked with drag queens before in shows in the show business, on like RuPaul's Drag Race and such things like that. There's a couple of them, other ones too. The horror one, what is that called?
Dragula.
Yeah. Yes. That show just makes me laugh my ass off, by the way. That one just really makes me laugh. But you see where some of these queens that come in as boys and then they get dressed up as girls for the show and stuff. But a lot of them do get things done to their face, the plastic surgery and all that stuff. I mean, I guess the real question would be for me as a normal gay man, I'm not into dressing up as a woman, but my question is why? Is it because they're trying to create a better fantasy than what they're giving now, or anybody?
Well, really quickly there, I don't want to correct you on your own station, but when you say normal just means what the majority of individuals are doing.
Okay, so fine, Anastasia. I should have known better because she's going to do this stuff. I should have known better.
She's not wrong, though.
I know. That's why she's good at what she does, and that's why I respect her. So, oh yeah.
Thank you. But the thing is, it makes it a lot easier for the pageants that you're going to be doing, or if you're going to be doing. It takes for the majority of us here, because we have managed faces. It takes us about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get ready. If your face is already sculpted from plastic surgery, baby, you barely have to put on any makeup at all, and you're beat. So, that would be the reason why.
Well, and for me, like, it's a completely opposite. Because for me, like, whether I had work done or not, you all know that I have. But, like, whether I have or not, like, obviously, I still put so much makeup on, and I still change with my contouring, like you saw today, the harsh lines and stuff.
Right.
I changed the way my face looks so much. Like, I can't tell you, like, how many, like, for example, I'll go do a show, I'll get completely out of drag, I'll walk up to somebody who I was just talking to like an hour ago, and they're like, "Who the hell are you?" They don't even recognize me, because of the change, because I completely changed the way I look to give that illusion. But for me, like, getting work done, like, I have filler on my lips, I have Botox on my face, stuff like that. Mine, for me, it's just personal, like, outside.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe all of them are different for reasons. But I mean, there was Chad was doing for Cher off of RuPaul's Drag Race, right? That she wanted to create that fantasy of Cher, so that's why Chad had that done. So
yeah.
Now, Jay, didn't Fancy's mom also get work done as well to be Cher?
Yes.
Candy, yeah. Candy Stratton is an amazing Cher impersonator. She also, she has transitioned to becoming the woman she knew she was. Yeah. So she also had feminization as well, but she is an amazing Cher impersonator.
Oh. Yeah. I think, isn't that how it started out, though? I mean, there was how much individuality was there when drag first started? Because I think they were pretty much trying to be copies of stars, right? Isn't that how that actually started out? I think in show, not as in like any other thing, but mainly that's what you see in mainstream, like on TV and stuff. It's because they're dressing up as like famous actresses.
That's how they get that. That's oftentimes before RuPaul's Drag Race. That's how they were able. That's how we were able to get our faces out there to be like,
okay.
I look just like Reba McEntire, so hire me because I'll be Reba McEntire for your birthday for $200 instead of having to pay Reba McEntire $500,000 to come here.
Right. No, it's a good point. I just want to try and bring up a few things that some people don't, they're not aware of or don't know. Like myself, I mean, I kind of don't know some of this stuff. So that's like when regularly Inside the Drag Closet is going on, I will ask questions because I'm not sure. So, and I want to learn. I want to learn. I mean, you girls are the ones that showed me bearded drag.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know bearded drag was even a thing until I talked to Jade and you guys. I mean, I had no clue. Jade is, I was just going to say, she kind of froze there for a second. That's okay. She's back. She's moving.
Jade, you alive, girl? Another stroke.
That's all right.
Bearded drag is actually, Teddy, it's actually a much bigger thing in the drag community than you think it is. There's even national pageants, like how you have Miss Gay America. There's pageants at that level for like bearded drag. And there's some drag queens out there who do bearded drag and are as successful as some of the RuPaul girls. Like,
wow, no kidding.
Yeah, it's a really big part of our community. And a lot of people overlook it because I've had this discussion, I think it was probably this time last year, maybe. It's been quite some time, but somebody, a newer queen, a baby queen is what to say, had posted saying, oh, bearded drag is just lazy. You don't want to shave your face, so that's why you're doing that. No, it's definitely fake. There's multiple Jades.
There was two Jades. I'm like, what the hell?
I mean, I've had a little wine, but I'm not.
I've inherited Anastasia's signal.
I was going to say I'm drinking tea. How does that work? But okay.
I'm intoxicating.
There you go. I should have just grabbed a beer. So,
yes.
Now, the people that when you guys go out in, like, you don't dress as females on a regular basis, as in just going out. You just do it for the shows, correct?
Correct.
So, for me, I might do some kind of feminization here and there. But for my gender identity is gender queer. So I identify with he, him, she, her terms, pronouns.
Yes.
But
is that what all that is up there by your names? Is that why that's there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you for teaching me.
Yes. Pronouns are so important. You want to put pronouns in any kind of Zoom call that you're doing. If you're sending an email out, put your pronouns in your email signature. It is such a satellite and a great spotlight for both trans people as well as heterosexual individuals. As well as cisgender individuals. I'm sorry, to show that you are an ally, as well as to normalize pronouns as well. Pronouns are so important.
There you go. I just changed mine. I just added he on mine. Does that work?
So proud of you.
I love that.
Can I do this? Wait, Anastasia, high five.
Yeah.
I'm also.
That's me now. That's me now.
Yeah, so it's Amethyst and Skarlet are next to each other, and Jade and Anastasia are next to each other.
Jade fucked up my whole high fiving. Now.
For real.
Well,
oh, there
not
we go.
anymore. All you have to do is ask.
Rememorize where everyone is.
I can.
It's like the Brady Bunch.
I can do that. I can put you wherever you want to be.
Can you put me on my knees in front of you?
Wow.
Folks, that was it. Have yourself a great night. Thank you for joining us here.
If you didn't know, she's single.
I know, and there's no no filter.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's awesome. But
You
okay,
gotta
so
keep
none
bitches
of
on their toes.
there you go. So, but I know that Jay, you're an actor as well, or actress. Both you play both roles, right? Both female
Sure.
and male. Okay. Anybody else do that, or is it just drag for the rest of you girls?
Just drag,
drag.
but I'm very, like Anastasia said, I'm like her, very genderqueer. So like, I will like go out, even grocery shopping with like girls' pants and like lip gloss and shit on. Like, I'm very like,
Okay.
I'm just very fluid in my sexuality.
Proud. I would say proud of who you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's. I'm sorry. Anybody that disagrees with me can go suck raw eggs because I believe that we need to be the way we are. We need to show people we are. This is who I am. And if you don't like it, too bad. Um, let's see. I myself, being a gay man, that's simply what I am, but I love the history, and I love meeting new people, especially in the gay community. And the drag queens are one of my favorites. Their personalities are always so bright and colorful. They're always so up there and welcoming, and even some nasty bitches that I know, they still have a good side to them. So, it's I've been around for a while in this whole thing. You have to remember I am 53, so I've seen a few drag queens in my life. But
Well, girls, say name.
wait a minute here. Alicia Star's like, I'm not sure Ted could do that, Anastasia. He don't give off the bossy Dom type vibe, but I could be wrong. Actually, Alicia, you would be half right.
Ooh.
It depends on the mood. Anyways.
Ooh, daddy.
Yeah, now that Fancy's not here, I get all the meat to myself, girl.
Listen.
You're nasty. You're nasty.
Yes.
Let me say something though. But even though that Fancy is not here, she is a marvelous, fantastic queen. She's very, very talented. But she is definitely too strong for me. I don't like them that strong. No. I like to switch roles from time to time and say, okay, you tell me what to do. Then I'll tell you what to do. Oh, I'm sure she would, with the leather chains and the whips and everything else.
Mm-hmm. Now, don't you expect anything sub out of her, though?
I get that. But now I forgot what the hell I was going to talk about next. Thank you, Anastasia. Thank you so much. There are just so many things that I could ask, but I was going to drop some names. Like, I've had the opportunity to actually visit and work with some queens that I felt that were fantastic, and I know that I've talked with Jade about this before. Maya Douglas was one of my favorite of all time, and she was Miss Gay USA, Miss Gay Universe. She's held every title, I believe, that there ever has been. And one of believe it or not, back in the day when Teddy was younger, he used to do. I live in the country, so the things out here for us country gays to do, we do a lot of drag racing, and it has nothing to do with drag queens. It just cars, and just explaining for Anastasia, just in case. And
she talks to my husband all the time. She knows what drag racing is.
Awesome. Awesome.
They're really
but
good
yeah,
friends.
but we're into, that was one of the things we did, and roundabout cars. We would take old cars, 70s and 80s cars, and we would do dirt track. We would do, there's a lot of stuff out there that we do. And actually, Maya Douglas did a pinup for us. She actually sponsored our car and sat in front of the car and did the whole thing for us. When I find it, I will send Jade the copy of it, and then you guys can see it.
I would love it.
And I loved it because she had the white cutoff shirt and it said boy on it. But here she is in full. It was fantastic. It was one of my favorite pictures of all time. Marcella was another one that I worked with there. I never got the chance to actually meet Darien Lake, but I know that she was just coming up at that time when I left there.
Kasha Davis and I were talking about her. She just did gastric bypass, I believe.
Really?
She just lost a lot of weight, and she looked amazing before, but she
Look
looks
at that. My sister-in-law has joined us, believe it or not.
Nice.
Hey.
But yeah, she's doing really well right now.
That's awesome. One of the other names, let me see. There was a few of them. Actually, the one, shit. What the hell? Forget it. I don't remember. I know that she's. What's that?
I'll say I'm not going to interrupt you, but I just want to go back to when you were saying about drag racing. I also grew up in a very redneck hick town.
Oh, I was going to get to that. I thought I was going to ask all you guys where you were actually from and what you did, but.
And I have two brothers, both younger, and they're very, very straight. But they're all about gay rights, and all that.
That's good.
But I remember the first time I introduced them to RuPaul's Drag Race, and they're sitting there like, wait, where are the cars? And like, no. No.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
I know
that's funny.
I know that's how we did things in high school, but this isn't how this works.
Right.
Well, you have to remember, girls. I came from the queens that I have known over the years. All come from Rochester, and some of the best queens have come from the Rochester area. And especially, I mean, they've been on RuPaul's Drag Race and all that.
Box.
Pandora. Oh yes, Pandora's boxes.
Mm-hmm.
She is so funny. I love her. But now there's other drag race shows as well, and so isn't there one? There's one in Canada, right?
Yeah.
I think Canada.
Canada.
Yeah. There's plenty of them now. I mean, look at what she started. But it's like with Inside the Drag Closet. I want this to be the main meat of the drag world. So someday, maybe, we're just going to keep pushing it, and hopefully, you guys or gals are getting some good guests. You really are, and I see the show growing every time I watch it. And your numbers are fantastic. Your numbers have been number one for like 3 months now. And so you guys have been doing fantastic. And I'm the only one that would know that because I'm the only one that deals with that side. But that's why I've said to Jay on a few occasions, I'm like, I really want to get you guys on. And one of the reasons is because you guys really are doing a good job. You really are getting the numbers to come up. Every month I see your numbers jump. And whether it be 20 to 100, I mean, you guys are making, and it's not small steps. You're making some leaps and bounds here. And this show, I want it to be what it is. I mean, you girls have actually, and I told Jade, I said, this is your show. What did I tell you? And so I don't have to say it. What did I tell you?
This is your show. You do what you want to do. And it took me a little while to grab the bull by the horns, but now I feel like we're all feeling our stride now. And we're all kind of like, you know what? We're not going to wait around and kind of like slowly ask people. I'm going to be like, okay, I'm reaching out to this person, this person, this person. And, we've gotten a couple members of the Kinsey Six. We had, Mrs. Kasha Davis from RuPaul's Drag Race, who is an amazing, wonderful individual. We had Cora Hyman from Camp Wanakiki. We're getting so many fun performers on the show. And, this week, tomorrow night, we're drawing back the curtain a little bit, and we're actually going to be doing our makeup live.
Wow.
Ooh.
Which we're all kind of...
Let me ask, though, does it take... Is there going to be enough time? Because I know that some of you, it takes a couple hours, right? I mean...
Well...
Uh-oh.
Tune in and find out.
I'm going to, but, I'll be at work watching it in between my customers. But, yeah, I'll be there. But, no, so that's cool. Now, all of you, like let's say where all of you are from. Like, yeah, I know you're all near Pennsylvania, right? Or most of you are?
We all are in Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Can you tell me what city? Are you in the same cities or?
No.
No.
No. I'm originally from Lancaster, but I currently live in York, and they're about 24 miles apart from each other.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's at least you're close enough.
Anastasia's the furthest one out now.
Yeah, she is.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are you now? Where?
So, both Jade and Skarlet are both in the South Central PA area, like Harrisburg, around that area,
Right.
and that's primarily where we coalesce.
Okay.
But I am from Franklin County, Pennsylvania. So South Central. I'm about 20 minutes from the Mason-Dixon line. So we have a great deal of Confederate flags here, even though we're north of the Mason-Dixon line, and it's great.
Okay. All right. And so Skarlet, you're near the other girls as well, then, pretty much, and so we pretty much covered that.
So I am in Harrisburg, so I just hop across the river to Jade. We're about 15 minutes apart, and then I'm about 40 minutes from York, where Amethyst would be. So we're all fairly close. Anastasia's not that far either. Chambersburg's about an hour from Harrisburg?
Yeah.
So it's about an hour from my house specifically. It's like an hour and 10 minutes for most places, and then for York, it's about an hour and 30 minutes.
So I'm going to guess you have met by performing with each other. Is that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So that's cool. I mean, hell, that's how you make friends, right? I mean, that's how we did it with the drag racing. I mean, when you are a competitor with other drag cars or trucks, I mean, that's how you become friends. You compete with each other. So, I'm not saying that you're competing, but you're performing, with each other. Yeah.
And one of the things,
I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Someone hold my wig.
And one of the cool things that the audience never sees on our show is, I start our stream 2 hours before the show starts, because at drag shows, a lot of us get ready together, and that's your time to chat, get to know each other. So that's one thing we started doing with the show. I was like, because I'm literally sitting where I do my makeup. And so I'm okay. You know what? I'm going to turn the stream on so we can chat, especially, there are performers that have been on the show that none of us have really met before.
Yeah.
So that's a good time to just, gossip and get to know someone. And important for me, what do you not want to talk about? Because I don't want to put anybody on the spot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's great.
Like you said, I mean, I normally I cannot do my makeup around other people because I will never get ready.
Same girl. Same.
So I jump on it at now 8:00 before it was 9:30, and I meet the girls right then and there, right whenever we're starting the show. And like you said, everyone has a bubbly personality. Everyone's very easy to work with, and that's most likely because Jade is very good at choosing queens to do the thing. But just the queens that there's so much. Yes, we have bubbly personalities, but of course, everyone goes through what they're going through. Everyone has their own demons, but it's so amazing to see so many people trying to put happiness and smiles and
especially right now, Anastasia. I mean, this whole COVID thing is just it's turned around again. We're all getting locked back in. I mean, where I live right now, they're separating us by counties, and they're doing it yellow, orange, and red. Anybody that's in the red, the county's locked completely down. Orange, you can only do certain things, and then yellow, it's a free. You can go wherever you need to. So in New York, it's really becoming bad. I mean, our numbers have jumped. Since we just worldly, or I should say in the United States, we have not seen the pandemic the way it is right now. It's actually at its worst right now. And it's scary. And the performers such as yourselves, I mean, some of the clubs, I mean, especially in New York, they're closed. They're putting curfews 10:00.
Yeah.
And the worst thing about it all is the fact that we are losing venues now at this point in time. Lots of these venues are closing up forever.
Yeah. Well, that's restaurants, that's bars, that's everything. We had small business, especially small business. But I live in an old style town where they believe in the old ways. They like having a nice clean streets with the old metal or cast iron poles, with the fancy lights, and so it's a beautiful little town to live in, but it's got empty buildings because this COVID thing is actually closing small mom and pop businesses, and it's killing us.
Parliament House in Orlando, which is an amazing drag venue, just closed its doors.
Oh no!
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow. Man, that's terrible. But the only thing that we can do is ride the wave, as they say. We can only see what the future holds by doing what we're doing, and I hope that we don't lose all these wonderful places because such as drag performers or gay clubs or I don't know, some random specialty business or even Nashville with some of the performance and performing arts centers and stuff like that. I mean, if they close because there's no funding or no money, and because of COVID, that's really going to destroy a real big part of our culture because we are, as Americans, are big in that stuff. We really are. So maybe Alicia's putting up here time to start a drag delivery service like they have with strippers and muscle men.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
I'm down.
I'm okay with that.
Let's do it.
Oh, Anastasia left us.
I'm okay with
Like
that.
no.
I'm sorry, my phone's at 5%. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. It's one of those things that I worry about the future, and it's not just our generations. It's also like my godson's generations and my niece's generations, the younger ones that are in school right now. What's going to happen? I mean, we don't know. But it's scary to think about the times, and it really is a downer. So I look forward to Inside the Drag Closet. I look forward to the happiness and the joy that you girls bring to that show. It's one of the happiest shows that I've seen in a long time, to be honest with you. And it's never boring. It's never boring. So I don't want to drag this on. I mean, we're only got about 15 minutes, but I want to kind of give you each the opportunity to talk about what you would like to, offer out to the audience, as in being a drag queen, being a whatever you want to talk about. I mean, Jade, we'll start off with you.
I'm just, I have to say thank you for giving us this fun platform. And we've been enjoying this. We do miss Fancy, and we are very happy to have Amethyst with us.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I'm trying to do going forward is I'm trying to get more diversity in our shows. I've been working on a show and it just hasn't come together yet, but I have a show planned that is all heterosexual drag queens.
Awesome.
And they're out there. They do
Yes,
it,
they
and they're
are.
amazing. We have some fantastic shows coming up. I mean, next or tomorrow night, we're all doing our makeup on the air,
Right.
which is gonna be exciting because
What could go wrong?
exactly. And then December 2nd, we have Slayer is coming back with our good friend Belladonna. They are going to be so much fun. Amethyst will be with me that night. I'm thinking about a woo girl for that night. My husband and I were talking about it, and we were like, we love having a woo girl of the week, but the audience does that for us.
Yeah.
So sometimes we'll have one, sometimes we won't.
Why don't you explain that real quick for some people that don't know? What is a woo girl?
So the term woo girl has been in drag circles for a while. The woo girl is that drunk girl at the bar who has clearly had too many, and all she has is her dollar bill. She loves her drag queen, and the only sound she can make is woo!
Yes.
You all know who she is. Some of you are her. So,
Guilty.
but yeah, that's our woo girl of the week.
Right.
We've had some fantastic woo girls, and some woo guys. I have several guys that are on my list that are just like, I want to be on your show. I'm a straight dude. I just love drag. And I'm like,
Okay.
I want to put River Berry, who was on Talk with Teddy. He's an incredible
River
magician.
is awesome. Yes, he is.
Yep. But one of the queens I'm looking at is also named River. So that's going to get really complicated.
Well, Teddy wants to be a woo boy.
Oh, yeah. You're here on that list.
Look at that. I'm on
With
the
all my
list.
other
Look at that long
shenanigans.
list.
You've made
Yeah.
the list.
Oh, my God.
Congratulations.
Yeah. This
That's
is
awesome.
half a year of woo.
Wow.
Wow.
That's awesome.
But yeah, for the rest of the year, we've got, Honey Davenport from RuPaul's Drag Race is going to be on.
Awesome.
We're going to have, at the end of the month, we have Wednesday the 23rd. It's just going to be us, and we're going to be celebrating the holidays.
Good.
And we're going to celebrate all holidays because, it's not quite Christmas. It's in the middle of Hanukkah. It's going to be
winter
fun.
solstice. Yep.
And then the last show of 2020 is going to be us just bitching about this stupid year.
Yeah.
And
Wow. Awesome.
I have a special guest planned, and I'm not telling any of them who it is.
Awesome.
Oh, girl.
Awesome.
Oh,
Hey.
That was kind of an evil look there for a second out of Jade, but that was, I get it.
It's something I've been working on.
Oh my god. It's RuPaul.
It's Daryl the Bigfoot. It's Daryl the Bigfoot. Daryl the Bigfoot and drag.
All about it.
There you go.
wow.
There you go. So Amethyst, why don't you tell us? Do you have anything on your mind that you'd like to share, or?
There's a lot of things on everybody's mind this year, and I'm a person that just wants to put out love and light. At the end of the day, don't forget where we all come from. That we're all the same on the inside. That it doesn't matter what makeup you put on or what makeup you don't put on. Just whatever you do, just do it with love. And that's always the message. That's always number one for me is do it with love. If you're not doing it with love, don't do it. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Jesus, I just noticed I'm blind as a bat. Look at all those crowns behind you.
Where?
She stole them.
She stole them.
I bought them on Amazon. I got a discount. I bought all 10. You get there's 12.
You too for $19.99.
You know it, baby. I wasn't doing right then.
When you buy one, we'll sell you one for half, or free shipping.
Exactly.
Oh no! Alicia answered that special guest is going to be Ted in full drag.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do not want to see this. In fact,
There it is.
Look at that thing. Yeah, but that was that Wonder Woman there, or what is that?
Sailor Moon.
Oh, okay.
I just broke my pride
Oh, it's
crown.
upside down.
You just broke your pride crown?
Yep.
Wow.
Oh.
I painted it black years ago.
Oh.
Some of these are broken too. Where's my finger? There we go.
It's on
Yeah.
show.
There you go.
Mine's
All right,
also
so
broken.
Anastasia, what would you like to say to the people?
Ooh, I get the flow.
You only get 3 minutes. I'm kidding.
What can I do in that time? What the heck?
I feel like quicker.
So what I will say is when I sign off and say every single Inside the Drag Closet, the CDC states that you should be getting tested at least once a year if you are monogamous for all STIs, including HIV. But if you are having sex with more than one partner, you should be getting tested at least 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 times a year. As well as that, if you do not know, there is a window period for whenever you initially contract HIV. That window period is 3 months. Within that window period, you can test negative for HIV, and then 3 months down the line, test positive for HIV, even if you have not had any partners between that time. But you are still contagious for HIV. So just make sure that you are being safe. Make sure that you're using using condoms. Make sure that you're wearing your masks. Wash your hands, please, so we can get rid of this gosh darn COVID-19 and get back to snatching the dollars out your hands with our lips and between our titties. Period. Like, just wear your mask.
I'm going to get the CDC to create a commercial just for her so that we can run it on digital broadcasting about
Thank
HIV
you.
and condoms. I think we need to do that. But you have to do it in drag, dear.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Skarlet, what do you think? You have something to share?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll end what I usually end into the drag closet with, you know, wash your hands, wash your ass, wear your mask, distance, and be kind to one another. At the end of the day, you don't know what the next person that you're talking to, staying next to, is going through. So just be kind to one another. Kindness is the thing that's going to get us through all of this, whether it's COVID, whatever. Like, just be kind to one another.
Right. I mean, it's so important. Like, I love your show, girls, because at the end you do that, and with your segments, you're always so helpful, and it comes across that you really care what these people are feeling and going through. And you know, what kills me is you don't have to. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Is that as a certain, I want to category of people, whether it be gay, transgendered, whatever, we've always had a lot of hatred thrown at us. And for us to turn around and still say, I love you, I'm here for you, you know, do this to be safe, it shows your pride. It shows how much love and faith and trust you have in yourself and your other fellow men and women out there that just, you know, say, hey, we don't have to hate. We can love. We can show them by loving, not by hating. And that's just amazing that all of you do that on the show. And that's why it's one of my favorite shows.
And
you know?
Anastasia is willing to love anybody. It depends on the price, which can be negotiated.
Her rates are negotiable.
So let me. We got like a couple of minutes. We got a couple of minutes, but how is it like back in the day when I was going out to the clubs and watching the Queen stuff? There was a lot of like, I don't want to say hate, but a lot of, you know, shade being thrown, and you know, is that still happening? Is that, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you're a hateful bitch,
you
then
watched
yes. No, there in this, like, well, you know what? I gotta say something real quick. If it's me, then yes. Everybody else gets a pass.
You can't tell on our Inside the Drag Closet because I have contacts in and about 84 pairs of eyelashes on. But I usually roll my eyes at everything Jade, Anastasia, and Amethyst say. So, yeah.
Yeah, but shade is playful. Now the thing is, if you're like I said, if you're a hateful bitch, and you're just being hateful for being hateful sake, sweetie, you're gonna end up being blackballed. You know, you're not gonna get the chance to be able to throw marbles on the stage because you won't be invited to the venue, baby girl.
Right.
So. Yeah, I mean,
so it has changed a little bit. I mean, you girls that are backstage are working together now. I mean, it's not allowing, you know, some of these. Look at that look on Jade's face. What were you going to say? Come on.
Some of the bitches are still around, and that's fine. But they find themselves being not very popular, and you know, some of them we won't even mention their name on the air because we don't want them to get any.
You know what gets me is like, why would you want to be that way? I mean, it's not like you're making friends. It's not like you're making things better for yourself. You're actually making it worse.
Yeah, it
right?
takes more energy to be that way than it does to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's absolutely true. It does. It takes a lot more energy to be a bitch than it does to be, you know.
Well, and that goes back to what you were saying, Ted, earlier, how we always end our show with such on a positive level, even though people like, you know, the gays, for us being gay and drag queens on top of that, the amount of hate we get. But it's much easier for us to hate back than it is to love. So we'd rather take the higher road and give love.
So you choose to love instead of hate because it's the right thing to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's effortless.
You know, and that is fantastic. That's the way it should be. I mean,
to quote Margaret Cho, you have to be tough to be a drag queen. Drag queens have to face everything. We have to fight homophobia. We have to fight sexism. We have to fight pink eye.
Pink eye? Really? Oh my goodness, you guys are funny. I love. That's why you guys are just so good together. You really are. You're all very good together.
You know what's crazy though? I've always been like, you know, cognizant of things that other folks are having, other minorities what other minorities are having to go through, except for like women, because whenever I became a drag queen, my eyes completely opened, like getting hit on, getting touched inappropriately, being grabbed. I mean, because like a lot of folks, they wear pads and all that kind of stuff. I don't wear pads. I have my whole ass cheeks out sometimes, and some people like to grab onto that, and I'm like, whoa, hello, that's on me back there, like. And then they want to hand you a crusty old dollar. At least give me a $5. God damn.
Right?
I'll be honest with you. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do that. I mean, the fear of having, somebody just grabbing you or just touching you and thinking that it's okay. It's not okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, what you're doing isn't any different than being an actress or an actor on a TV set or going to an Emmy show. I mean, you don't see people grabbing them.
And it's still assault. You know, I had a woman grab my butt. My butt is foam padding, but it was still connected to me. She grabbed it to find out if it was real. And I was like, ma'am, get your hand off me. And she was like, I'm just so drunk and I wanted to like see if it was real. I was like, do you think a judge will be okay with that? So don't ever touch me again.
It could be considered assault.
Yeah.
Completely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, it's still, I mean, even being 2020 going on 2021, it's still so sad that some of these things we can't get past, to be honest with you.
About it.
Well, and the other thing is, it goes both ways though, because there are some drag queens who think that they can go out and grab on and touch on and do da 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 to all the different audience members. Consent is consent, for both ways. So
Yeah,
I mean,
Right. You're absolutely right.
There's a lot of work
And
to be done.
people forget about that, though. You know, I did. I totally forgot about it till you mentioned it. You know, I mean, it's scary. You know that all this stuff is out there like that. I'm just thankful that. I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking of like a nuclear holocaust, and then all of a sudden Tina Turner plopped in my head with Thunderdome. So I don't know. Maybe Jade, stop looking that way.
Yes, ma'am.
I know I was just Amethyst as Tina Turner, but specifically Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Oh,
Done.
Yes.
I want this in my life.
Yeah.
You're getting it now.
awesome.
Now you're going to get it.
Awesome. Well, I think that, especially in movies, you're seeing more of the more movies, more gay people performing as gay. You're seeing drag queens. You're seeing all this stuff, which should have been done 20 years ago easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but we are slowly gaining ground. I mean,
Absolutely.
and we just need to keep fighting. We need to keep doing what we're doing, And shows like this, like your show, Jade, it is important. I shouldn't say your show, but all of your show. It's important. You guys feed your people in the comment room with information. You help them understand. You're basically just saying, "Here I am. Ask me what you want."
Well, and the cool thing is, I have a lot of respect for people who are willing to ask a question rather than just assume they know the answer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
I had that conversation with a coworker of mine a number of years ago. She was like, I don't want to be rude by asking this. I was like, go ahead and ask. She's like, you want to be a woman? I'm like, no, I don't want to be a woman.
Yeah.
Going off what Jade said, I'm more offended if you just assume instead of asking, letting me educate you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to share a real quick story with you. And I think Jade knows this story. I think I told her, and I might have told all of you. I'm not sure. But when I first came out to my parents before I came out to anybody, to my family first. But I was actually in the entertainment business. I was on the road with a band for many years, and it was always assumed that I was gay, and there was always on posters and our artwork and stuff that was out there, you would see people were writing graffiti, Ted is a fag and stuff like that, and I had to deal with that on a weekly basis, all the time. And at one point, I actually, at one of the clubs that we were performing, the club was packed. There's probably about 500 or 600 people there. I actually had enough. I saw one of our posters with that written on there, and they actually called me a big fat fag, and I had enough.
Wow.
Okay,
Oh my God.
I finally got to that point. I ripped the poster down, and I busted into the owner's office, and I threw it at him, and he had an office full of people, and he goes, "Ted, what can I do for you?" I go, "Everybody out. I need to talk to Buck myself." And we did, and I threw it at him, and I said, "Read the bottom of that poster." I said, "I don't appreciate this in your club. There needs to be, this needs to be, handled. You need to go out and say something to these people and make them understand that it's not okay to treat people like this and to say this stuff about people when they do not know the truth."
Yeah.
And he started going, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I can't believe they said that to you." And blah. I mean, he was being that sorry, apologetic person. He was doing all that stuff. And of course, because of the way I am, I turned it on him, and he goes, "I'm so sorry they called you a fag. I'm so sorry they called you gay." I said, "Gay? I'm pissed that they called me fat." So I was, it's exactly what I said to him. And he goes, "Are you kidding me?" I'm like, "Well, come on, what do you want me to say? Yes, I'm pissed about this, but I figured because you were taking it so serious that I needed to change the mood to, it's like, I'm pissed they called me fat." It's like, how would you like to be on stage and them looking at you like you're a heifer? No, it ain't happening here. It ain't happening. So he actually went out and he got the microphone to the business, and I stood up on the bar, and I actually made the statement. I said, you all come out here and you follow this band. You've been following this band for many, many years. This club and every other club that we go to is completely packed at every single moment that we play. But yet you're still writing these things on our posters and on our stuff. Why are you doing this? If you want to know if I'm gay, fucking ask me. Don't assume. And I go, just so you know, so that you don't have to assume anymore, yes, I am. And I'm happy. I am a proud gay man. And if you don't like it, you know where the door is. Whether you paid to get in or not, leave. The funny part about it is nobody left.
Yes!
Nobody.
Yes, I love
Nobody. And from this day, I'm just like, you know what? That is my story. That is my moment of basically saying, you're the dragon, I'm the knight, and I just fucking slayed you.
Yes.
That's it. Sorry I'm swearing, but that's such an emotional, that's a very important story to me because it's true. And if you don't stand up, I mean, my father's military man for 22 years, he told us, you stand your ground. No matter what. You fight for your family, you stand for your ground, and for the little people, for the people that can't defend themselves.
Yep.
And that's why I keep them around, because I am the littlest person in the show.
Girls, we just got to give him some more food and stretch him on one of those old-fashioned stretchers. Get him out there, and so you crank it, and he stretches. And...
Stretch him out.
Now, see, two of you were 6'3". I'm 6'1", and Anastasia's 5'11". Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, at least I got it. I mean, but you know what? It's okay. But I still
122.
122. Oh,
Pound.
okay.
Pounds, darling.
Okay, honey. Just like me, 6'1", 180, and one butt cheek. But anyways,
Not
you
one
know.
butt cheek, girl. Wait, you got a dump truck like that?
No, actually, I have no ass. Just to let you know, I have my family. They're Dutch Irish, and Native American and German. And believe it or not, we have no ass. We have freckles.
Oh.
Most of us are either redheads, or blondes. So
Just a crack in the back.
that's right.
What a crack in the back. Oh, no.
And not a credit card in the ass. No. What'd you say? Huh? We take payment, honey, but not like that.
Maybe a chip reader.
And no change. I gotta know. Have any of you girls actually gotten somebody try to give you change while you're performing?
Yes.
No.
That's rude.
No,
It is rude, but have you? Jade, you
I've
have?
had someone ask for change.
No
I've had
way.
somebody ask for change.
How dare?
I was like, "Thank you for your 20." Bye.
Oh, is that what it was? It was a 20. So what? They wanted you to give them back $19?
No, they were just like, "Hey, can you hand me 15 back?" And I was like, "What do I look like? Tip me after the number, dumbass."
Lord.
Yes, I'm going to sit here and lip sync while I'm trying to count.
She's like counting out 1, 2.
What did you say, Skarlet? Skarlet, did you actually have change, or was it?
Oh, I had the change, but it was all in one. So fuck
No. I mean, it's Skarlet because she said yes. It happened to her.
No. I've never had it happen to me.
Oh, you never haven't. Okay. Well, you know who the oldest queen in the room is then. I mean, that was Jade because it only happened to her.
Well, I'm curious what they do over in European countries where they're like, they have the euro and it's a coin, like, bling!
Okay, so here's a little story. Here's a little story.
I know the answer to that, actually.
Okay, well, you go ahead, and then I'm going to tell you what I know.
Well, apparently from Jade knows, my best friend, his name is Morgan. He lives in Manchester. And he said that in the UK, tipping is not actually a big thing at drag shows.
Mm-hmm.
But to counteract that, hold on, to counteract that, their clubs actually pay their queens really well.
Yes.
So
that's where I was. That's what I was going to go with. Yeah. I have. Hold on, Anastasia. I have friends in Ireland, in Dublin, at one of the drag performance clubs there. They do not consider them their drag queens. They are drag performers. That's their actual titles, and they actually get paid as a paycheck, not tips. They can accept tips. They put a little jar out or something once in a while, but they don't make a lot off of that. Most of it is their pay at the end of the night, and I'm not sure how it works, whether it be from the door and the amount of alcohol they sell, but I do know that they actually get a paycheck, and they make some decent money. They make some real decent money over there.
Yeah.
So
Jade's
how do
frozen.
you take a breather then? Oh, there she goes again. So how do you take a breather then after your big dance number where you got to walk around and be like, thank you, girl.
They have.
I mean, Anastasia, they like.
I switched it around.
Moving on up.
They do.
Right.
There you go. They do tip Anastasia. But it's not as much.
Right.
It's like here, there are certain shows, that you rely on your tips to make your money.
Yeah.
But in the UK, it's not so much big on tipping because they know that the clubs pay their queens well. Right.
I'm just teasing for the fat bitches that gotta breathe through their number. You
Somebody get the oxygen tank.
Truly.
But what's amazing in certain countries, it is different for drag, and one of the things when I go over to Ireland is we're going to be visiting a drag performance center over there, if that's what you want to call it, or a club, and I actually want to get permission to videotape how they do their drag. And all that stuff, and bring it back. It was actually a gift I was going to give to Jade for you girls, so it was something that you guys would have to kind of talk about how it differs in different countries. So there you go. There's another idea for you. I mean, I think it would be nice to know what they do in different places, and what their makeup differences are, and all that other stuff. I mean, it's
That's
just
one of the cool things about Drag Race going to all these different countries, like Drag Race Thailand.
Yeah.
Oh, their drag is amazing.
Yeah.
So different than here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think it's amazing that it's still happening, that the queens are actually becoming you see more of them. You see them talking and performing more. You see them coming out of the closet more or less, and more of the straight avenues to where it's being more accepted than it ever was. Same with the whole, being gay. I mean, back in the day, trust me, I couldn't do half the things that I could do now today. I was beat up. There's a lot of things. We've discussed this. I've told you the stories. So, I have scars on my forehead from being hit with a brick, and it's just, it's different now. And I'm so thankful that what's that?
What's scary is how close we were going back, like how close.
It's really not that far.
Going back to that, because really, there are, I know that
it's still happening.
It's still happening, but when we see the people holding, like pitchforks and all, not pitchforks, but signs saying ban homo marriage in 2020, and we're coming for the blacks and Latinos first. It's really just, it's heartbreaking. That,
white supremacist assholes.
Yeah.
Sorry. But that's how I feel. I have a problem. I have a major problem with that.
Yeah.
And I really think that when it comes to it, at the end of the day, for all of us, we need to breathe and be ourselves and accept everybody else for who they are. Because if you don't, we are the rainbow. We are, we were here for a reason with all these different things. They say that, well, God created you in His image. Well, what do you think His image really is?
Anastasia.
Period.
But really, He did not make mistakes when He created the human being. He tells you He did not make a mistake. This is what He planned on. So no matter what we are or what we choose to be, we are perfect in His eyes. We are His children. So whether you're gay, straight, bi, black, white, pink, purple, green, big schlong, no schlong, whatever, you are His. I knew Anastasia was going to do that. You are His child, and you can be, and you should have the right to be whoever you are without criticism, cruelty, hatred, and being beat up. I'm telling you right now, the next time somebody comes after me because I am who I am, I'm not going to hesitate. I'm going to blow their asses away. I don't care anymore. I'm a person a person. I'm a being here of light like everybody else is, and I need to be heard and understood just like you do. So
just make sure that you get their license plate. Get the license plate. And make sure you key full.
Oh, honey, they will be on the floor dead. They won't be going anywhere.
Anastasia.
No, I'm from the country, honey.
Anastasia, I have a picture on my phone of someone's license plate. Trust.
Oh. Yeah.
What one?
Get him down.
It was one of the friendly redneck neighbors who decided to knock on my door when I had my "fuck Trump" sign up. So
not all of them are. Not all people are going to ever understand, and that's unfortunate. But all we can do is keep doing what we're doing, put on the smiles, be proud of who we are, and show them that no matter what they do, we are still standing.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, and just so you girls know, I have just watched, I've watched all 6 seasons of Glee in like a week and a half.
Whole thing.
Well, you watched all 6 seasons of Glee in a week and a half, and a week and a half. I've watched all 6 seasons of Grace and Frankie. Jane Fonda.
Oh, my kidding.
That too. That's a
wow.
Have you all seen it?
No, I haven't.
No.
You need to watch. Ted, you need to watch Grace and Frankie. Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin together, treasure.
Oh, I know. They actually did a movie together way back in the day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The TV show is hilarious.
It's perfect.
Yeah. I can get that. That's fucking awesome. Those guys are girls, I should say. But yeah. No. Well, guys and gals, or however, all of you that I love so much in my heart, that I have all this love for you, you guys are fantastic people. And that's what it comes down to. And you are an inspiration to not just these people that are in the chat room, but to me as well, even though I'm much older and in a different type of world in some sense because of where I am and what I have to deal with every day. You guys are an inspiration. I love the show. I love each and every one of you for what you do and what you bring to the table to the show as an Inside the Drag Closet. And I will always be here for you guys. Jade knows that I also take care of WLFE, so if there's ever a time you need to reach out, my email, my contact information is there. I would be more than happy to help you in any way that you need. So, thank you, Nick. He says another great show tonight with some awesome guests. Well, thank you, Nick, for saying that. I'm sure they appreciate it. I know I do. And just so you know, there it is right there. Love is all around us. Took that partially from the Trogs. There you go. That is true. That is true. Vicky says, hurry up. Love makes the world go round. That's right. Yeah, country curb stomp. That's exactly what it is, honey. That's exactly what it is. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Daddy!
Daddy!
There you go. Yes, I am the girls' daddy now. There you go. Yeah.
Money, please.
Don't. If ever I'm like in the chat room and I hear, "Hey, daddy," I may be like, "Oh no, you're grounded now." It's one of those things. Anastasia, get off your knees. Anyways.
No.
I love you all. I'm a fun person. I love your show. It's inspirational for me. I'm wishing that the show will continue on forever and ever and ever. Amen.
Yes.
And I hope that it will keep growing. I hope that everybody that watched the show tonight will please like, share, subscribe if you haven't to their show. Their show is fantastic. It is on. Well, Jay, go ahead and tell them what it's on and what's happening tomorrow night. Would you please?
We are on every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The show is Inside the Drag Closet. Tomorrow night, me and my lovely co-hosts will be doing our makeup live on the air. Me personally, it usually takes me about 2 hours to do my makeup, and I have an hour and a half to get it done. Yeah.
How many spoons is she going to have laying around?
I'm legit. Like, I was already strategizing because I've stopped doing spoon eyes a lot, but I'm doing.
Oh, really? You stopped?
So
You stopped doing it, really?
Because I'm now at a point where I can freehand it.
Wow, there you go. That's awesome.
Doing a face every Wednesday, it's getting quicker and quicker.
Right.
That's what he said. Anyways, Vicky, sorry, wrong one, but yes, please. Vicky said, looking forward to tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's show of Inside the Drag Closet. That's awesome. Miss
And her sister Robin are on my list of woo girls.
Awesome. Let's see. Elisa says, kill them with kindness, ignore them, and don't stoop to their level. There you go. Honey, you're a little slow, but we're not going to remind you. We said that 10 minutes ago, but that's okay. We got you. I'm just picking on you. Don't take it offensively.
Our internet connection's as good as Jade's is tonight, so.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Jacob Michael says, that's so fun. I'm there.
Yeah,
So-
and he was cute. Wait, bring his photo back up. Bring his photo back up.
Oh yeah, who's that daddy?
He looks like a daddy.
Hi,
He
Daddy.
looks like a daddy. Mm-hmm.
You can find me at.
I can't.
Hey, any of them on my show, honey, or mine? Back up.
Oh,
Not to forget about our show, baby. Yes.
What do they say? Back that thing up. Okay, so,
Well,
but yeah,
like
we.
a honky trunk.
There you go.
honk-
But I do. Honky, yeah, there you go. I would. She's still trying. Honey, if you have to try, then I know how good you are. Anyways,
And this is what my show is.
it's Ted and Anthony. You can argue all night, but two bottoms don't make a top.
Oh,
Facts.
it is a fact, but I'm not a bottom, honey.
Ooh!
oh.
I know
Well,
they're
take
far
my
and few in
earrings off,
between,
baby.
but you know. And Octane, hello Octane for popping in here. We haven't heard from you all night. There's your man right there. Just look at that. Look at that costume.
Ooh.
He has one of my horror clown friends.
Yeah, where is
Oh,
the
nice.
I have a lot of friends that are into the horror clown business. They're actually very nice people. They're very cool people, and they go through a lot of judgmental stuff, as just like the queens do. To be honest with you, you know, a lot of crap. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're really just all scary clowns. So
We are.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And I was reminded today that a while back when Jade and I were actually talking about the discussion of Inside the Drag Closet and getting it going, that I was challenged by Mr. Kenny Biddle about doing drag for a charity, and we are now trying to round up a few other people to do it as well. And once this COVID thing goes away, we are going to plan a trip to some part in Pennsylvania to where it's going to be suitable for everyone. And if not, we're going to bring you girls up here, one of the two. And we want to do a show for, yes, Teddy's going to do bearded drag. Can you believe it?
Yes, you
So, and I guess Anastasia is going to be my makeup artist. I guess she's going to be doing me. So,
Oh, you're gonna have all the.
wait a minute.
cosmetics on-
I just said that out loud. That Anastasia is going to be doing me. I meant my makeup.
Ooh. Look, I don't be doing nobody. I be getting done. Okay, look.
I cannot.
Oh, and by the way, for you, Anastasia, Jake says, Jake of the Jungle on Instagram if you want to stalk me.
Oh, I will be stalking you all night, Daddy.
Yes. You just got 4 new followers, baby boo.
Get in line. Get in line. That's your 3 words. Get in line, girls. Get in line.
Well, girl, I'm gonna have to hop off of here real
Well,
quick.
we
so I can
have to-
remember it.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we have to go because, you know, it's one of those things we definitely ran over our time, but I don't care. It's Tuesday night. So, you guys, thank you so much again. I love you all. And Jade, you know, anything I can do for you as well to get this going even farther out there. Guys, please remember to take care of yourself, but also take care of your neighbors because they are important as well. And as the girls here say, wash your hands, wear your mask. Please be aware of the distance, and don't put anybody you love in harm's way by doing something you shouldn't. You know, it's dangerous enough, and especially in New York State, people, right now we are in lockdowns. It's happening. We know it's going to be red here pretty soon, and so please stay home. And we understand the money situation. All of us are going through that. I'm living off of 2 days a week right now, and I'm telling you, it's impossible, and I have bills up the whatever, rubber parts. But, you know, it's terrible, you know, but we will make it through. We have each other. If we depend on each other and reach out to each other, we will make it through. So,
Yes.
but that's what I have to say, and I love you girls very much, and thank you so much for being here. And maybe y'all will see me sometime soon on your show.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes,
Okay, so
fun.
real quick, Facebook.com Inside the Drag Closet, or go to JadeDeVere.com. And also, they have merchandise coming, or they have some now up there. So please check them out tomorrow night at 8:30. One of my favorite shows, and I'm sure you will enjoy it as well. I know some of my family does, and that's why they were on. They love the girls, and it's fantastic.
Aw.
So, well, Jade, why don't you take us out like the way you do on your show?
Ooh.
Well, I hope everybody had a fantastic time tonight. Make sure you watch us every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on WLFE-TV Radio. But now it's time to say goodnight, kids!
Bye.
Goodbye.